So we're in Barnwell County, and we have a population of 20,580 persons. We're a rural county without a hospital, which is often a concern of our community. Other needs that we face are high rates of hypertension and diabetes, which tends to lead to other chronic health illnesses.
We ranked 34th in health outcomes, but for health factors, we ranked 37 of the 46 counties here in South Carolina.
When I think about Barnwell County and the historical, cultural context, it really simply speaks to the fact that we're not just located in the South, we're deeply rooted in the Southern mentality. And the reason why I say that is because it's still evident today, from social tensions to cultural debates, from economic depression, from the feeling of helplessness and hopelessness, and really the list can go on and on. And all of these factors affect our health outcomes for Barnwell County.
It's using these different funding partners to come in and be able to do all of these initiatives. We can't do it on our own, but by bringing in these partners and additional funding from those partners, we're able to expand what we could do by ourselves.
Over the years, we wanted to look at it and say who's missing, who needs to sit at the table, who's not at the table. So like we said, to make sure that we're dealing with the family holistically in every facet of a family life.
We moved into working with Blueprint, and during Blueprint, we did a lot of looking at the data. What is the makeup of Barnwell County? What is the health of Barnwell County? So that began our initial needs assessment. And so from there, we entered the partnership with the Duke Endowment. And one of the most surprising things that came out of that data was that the town of Blackville has a significantly lower lifespan than the rest of Barnwell County.
We partner with Allendale, East Smart Move More to expand our access to the county for food share boxes. And then we also partner with Bamberg Food Share, and they actually serve as our hub to create and increase access to healthy foods in Barnwell County. And so with that, we're actually working with Golden Harvest presently, and they're looking to create a hub here with Barnwell County Healing Partners, where we will be able to serve the three counties, Allendale, Bamberg, and Barnwell.
In addition to that, we worked with the town of Blackville and the Barnwell County Library System to install a inclusive playground. So there's equipment out there that's musically based, and so children can go out there and play these instruments and learn about music. The songs are there and the musical notes, so they can learn how to use those to create the music on the instruments. There's a story walk around the park in Blackville, so they go from kiosk to kiosk reading the story. So they're walking, they're not just reading, they're walking to each kiosk, so they're also getting in physical activity that way as well. But that incorporates the literacy side of it. So they're not just playing, they're learning while they're playing.
The impact of partnerships on our work with Healing Partners and Bamberg County Health Coalition has been amazing. They worked together and were able to receive a Blueprint for Health grant, which was really the catalyst for everything that's kind of happened here. Through that partnership, we've been able to provide food share subscription service, which includes a delivery service, that type of thing, through to 14 different housing complexes in, I think, 6 or 7 different counties. We're in the process of providing food share boxes to students in Williston School District, Blackville School District, the Allendale School District.
When I look at Barnwell County, first it shows togetherness. And it shows when everyone comes together and work together, it shows people who may not be aboard that, hey, we can move this community together, we work together, we live here, and we can help move our community forward in any area we need.
because there's just so much cool things going on, and it is easy to get excited. And I think that speaks to why we have so many partners, and they're more and more active, and it's growing, and I would like to think it's contagious. You know, we really are starting a movement.
To meet the needs of Barnwell County, we are looking at increasing opportunities for healthy foods as well as safe active play. And so in opportunities for safe active play, we have helped communities establish disc golf courses. We have also established, helped contribute to the development and construction of the new Barnwell County Aquatic Center at the Y. We have outdoor exercise equipment. Our community has largely focused on increasing opportunities for residents to get healthy foods through food distributions and partnerships with Food Share.
When we revitalized the Barnwell's Farmers Market, it had one vendor. This year we have up to 14 vendors at any given time, and we serve over 300 families weekly. So we launched the Veggie Cupboard Community Garden about 2 years ago, and the point of the Veggie Cupboard was to give access to produce, open for them to come and pick their own produce. 2 is to serve as an educational resource, and they learn how to even cook the food once they get it.
The impact I think we're making in this community is that we are creating more opportunities where residents can have access to healthy foods. We're creating more opportunities for active play, but we're also creating opportunities for them to volunteer.
We are leading a movement to a healthier Barnwell County. We want to ensure that we are including people with lived experiences, because we want this work to be sustainable, and we want to make a grand contribution towards increasing or improving health outcomes for Barnwell County.
I would have to say one of our largest accomplishments in the community is launching the Well, Community Collaborative and Pantry, right here in Barnwell County. It's actually the birth child of our director, Pamela McKnight, and I was blessed enough to be part of her bringing this project to life. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Pam?
As the project coordinator for Healthy People, Healthy Carolinas health initiative through Barnwell County Healing Partners, I don't have to tell you it. We need funding. So this is our second round of a 3-year funding, and so at the end of 24, you know, we are quickly recognize that we need to have a plan in place so that we can sustain the work that we're doing. So we like to think that this community collaborative, no pun intended, that we will still continue to do the work through this building.
So I would say that the Well is an all-around collaborative, as it said, and we do have Pantry on the name of it. So I would say the Pantry is something that we launched at the very beginning, because we are here to meet people's immediate needs, because we are well recognized that you cannot grow into your best possible self when you're living in survival mode and your immediate needs are not being met. And we do live in a food desert here in Barnwell, even though we have a lot of agriculture around us, and we are trying to bring that into our community, and we actually have been bringing that into our community. So while we have launched the Pantry first, and we have we've become an SE Thrive Hub, we have launched a clothing pantry as well, a toiletry pantry out of here, and we are also working with many partners to expand our operations here. So more of our, you want to talk a little bit more about what we're doing, how we're going to grow to the collaborative portion, Pam?
A lot of the work that we're doing is basically geared to people who are in need. So the pantry, one thing I love that Jessica likes to say is it brings the people to us. So once we have them, then we can start looking at the other issues that the community lacks resources to help with. So for instance, through the Thrive Hub, we're able to help them to see if they're eligible for SNAP benefits, or if they need help with transportation, we can make referrals. We actually, through our community collaborative, we have a partnership, and all of our partners are registered through a platform called Unite Us, and this way that people won't fall through the cracks, and it gives that shared accountability that everyone is looking for.
now that we have the beginning of the well launch, we are actually now expanding out at what we call not just a hand out, but a hand up. So we are looking, and we are currently developing what we call life sculpting sessions, which are really character building workshops, healthy eating, nutritional eating workshops, overcoming adversity workshops, dealing with childhood adversities, and we're using these workshops, and we're not just coming at it from an aspect of here we are trying to tell you what to do. We are incorporating our own community members that have overcome adversities. So we are actually highlighting our own community members, our own organizations that are working in what I like to call the foot soldiers in our community, the ones that are in the trenches that are overcoming the adversities, and they have the lived experiences to tell their story, to give their testimony on how they did it. And we want to use those people to empower the people around them.
I really like the part where you referenced lived experiences. Another project that we're launching is the podcast project. We're going to allow people to share their testimonies, and the scripture that came to mind was, we overcome by the word of our testimony. So we're trying to build a culture. When Healing Partners started, well, as Eat Smart, Move More Barnwell County, the mission was to lead a unified movement for a healthier Barnwell County. And so that's exactly what we're doing. We want it to be contagious. We want it to be something that catches on. We want to build a culture. And we're not only doing that through our work, we're doing that through our everyday lives.
Our organization, Healing Partners, is honored and is proud of all of our work that we have done here in our community and surrounding communities. We have actually been recognized on many different levels, from the city to the state to the bi-state level with North Carolina.
We're exceptionally proud to be recognized on many levels. One in particular by our funders, the Duke Endowment. We have been asked numerous times to showcase the work that we're doing, to spotlight our community organization and strengthen partnerships.
We have also been recognized by the City of Barnwell for our response to COVID and the needs of our community as far as food insecurity goes, and resources for COVID supplies, and also for the vaccine clinics.
We're also recognized for our innovation as far as communication, where we highlighted our Going Viral Locally presentation, which basically means we have found an effective way to effectively communicate to the population. It's really exciting when we post certain things, or projects that are coming, and people just show up in droves. We're exceptionally excited about launching Barnwell County Volunteers, where when we have our mass distributions, we have over 50 volunteers to show up at any given time.
Our very own Healing Partners coordinator through HPHC was recognized as Community Leader of the Year for Barnwell County, Pamela McKnight, for all of her work in the community.
And I would like to say that although my name is on the plaque, it really speaks to the collaborative efforts of all of our partners. Another accomplishment that I'm exceptionally proud of is the fact that we were able to add staff. We have a new farmers market manager. We also have our newly project manager coming aboard. You know, those are huge accomplishments. So we were invited by Live Healthy SC to serve on a panel to discuss our accomplishments as far as community gardens and the greenhouse, and also
igniting the farmers market movement in our community.
Right.
They highlighted our partnerships, the amount of partners we work with.
Yeah. A lot of people come to us and they say, how do we do the work that we do? And it all comes to partnerships. I believe that building strong relationships and trust can take you a long way. And that really speaks to the success of our coalition.
Yeah.